Hello, Mr. So-and-so here, and now with a video on the charge blade. Now, just like the Switch Axe, the charge blade actually consists out of two weapons. We have a sword mode using sword and shield, and we also have an axe mode. Now, if you check our display here below the sharpness gauge, we do have a symbol of 5 files, a shield and a sword. We will be filling these files while in sword mode, and then we can load them into our shield. In order to understand that a little bit better, let's go to the Hunter's Notes and check this out. Now you can see we have a charge gauge, the 5 files as mentioned. While in sword mode, you will build up energy. Then you can load these files into your shield, and while in axe mode, you can actually unleash this power in attacks that are called elemental discharges. Otherwise, they are mentioning attacks that block. In the older Monster Hunter games, those attacks were called guard points. While you were in sword mode, or while you were morphing, during certain animations your shield would be in front of you, and you can use these situations to guard attacks, projectiles, or also roars from monsters. But of course, you should know the monsters' patterns by that time. You definitely need to know the weapons, so this is definitely nothing that a beginner should take advantage of, but it's good to know nevertheless. Otherwise, they are mentioning charge attacks here, and it's important with certain attacks with this weapon that you get the timing right, otherwise the attack won't execute correctly. Now, let's have a look at the basics. As usual, pressing triangle draws the weapon but does nothing else, so we should at least be moving. Pressing triangle, there you go, you have it. Now, as mentioned, we have a shield, we have a sword, so we can of course block. We can press R2 for block. The shield is of course weaker than a lance or a gun lance shield, but it's definitely stronger than the shield of the sword and shield weapon. You can already see from that point on we can morph into axe mode, or we can charge our files. Not possible at the moment because we don't have any files built up. Let's have a look at the basic sword combos first. We can press triangle 3 times, and of course we can also dash by pressing X. As usual, if you're not attacking, you can roll freely. Now we also have a forward slash by pressing triangle and circle, nice for closing gaps. And whenever you attack and you press a direction and the circle button, you can actually do a sliding slash. So let's try that. Works in any kind of direction. There you go. So nice for closing in or avoiding attacks. Now you can see we have an attack called charged rising slash. Seems pretty weak. Definitely is. We have to get the timing right. So you have to charge that, but you can overcharge it. Same result. So you have to let go in the correct moment. So charging, letting go. From there on, we can also start a shield bash by pressing triangle and circle. Let's try that. Let go. Shield bash. This is the combo that will be really useful in building up files. Now, let's press R2 and triangle to go into X mode and have a basic look here. We can press triangle for this combo, nothing too special. And we can press circle for element discharge. Of course, we don't have anything to discharge at the moment, but you can still have a look at the combo, and you can see after it's finished, we go back into sword mode, so that's already nice to know. Now let's start building up these files. As I said before, we should use rising slash and then the shield bash combined with the other attacks. So let's start with triangle first. There we go, so we have yellow and now we have red. So let's block and press circle. We have the files loaded. But we actually want them in our shield. So in order to do that, we have to be in X mode. When you do the element discharge, you have to wait till a certain point, and then you have to press R2 to actually load the files into your shield. So let's try that. We press circle, we start the element discharge, and here we press R2 and they are in the shield. We can do the same with the sword. Out of the charged rising slash, we have to press R2 and circle, and then we have to hold triangle and let go of it to actually also load our sword. So let's try that. Now hold triangle and let go here. There you go. Now you can see both weapons are charged. We still want new files now to unleash with within the X mode, and therefore we need to load them up again. There we go, it's already red, so we can load that in. Now let's go into X mode and go with the full element discharge. So there we go, and keep on pressing circle, everything unloaded, and we go back. You can see sword is already flashing, the same will happen to the shield. Both charges have to be refilled at some point, so it requires definitely a little bit of micromanagement. So let's already build up these files. There we go. Now we do the same, we will load them into our X, so circle, 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 and R2. There they are. Now let's charge our sword. There we go. Now we're gonna fill that up again. So already red, so we can charge that. Okay, now you can already also cancel the element discharge. You can start with circle, and then you can press triangle to stop it. So let's try that. There you go, normal attack, and then you could continue normal attack, and then we could go with the last file. And we're back in sword mode. So those are more or less the basics. Of course there's more to it. You should check out the combos, but this is definitely a weapon that requires some practice and that requires knowledge of the monsters to take full advantage of it. There's one more important thing that I want to mention in the end. Now, if we are filling our files, you can actually overcharge. So you can see now they are red. This is when we should normally load, and you can see if we are in alarming bright red, we will simply bounce with all our attacks. So you have to either switch to X mode to keep on attacking, which would be stupid, or you simply load your files and then you can attack normally again. So that's important to keep in mind. Otherwise, I really hope you enjoyed this. I'm definitely going to give the Charge Blade a try later today. Still have to do some more videos with weapon overviews, and then I hope I can also actually play the game. Otherwise, let me know if you have any questions, and expect a new video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.